Okay, it's now time for the toilet talk. So this is a Separett, and it is a urine diverting toilet. So the whole point of this toilet is to separate the solids from the liquids. And the way this happens, you open up the toilet seat just like you'd normally, and you can see the little area, it's slightly yellowed. Urine is really tough. That has been scrubbed and scrubbed. And then back there in the blue area is where the solids and the toilet paper go. Okay, so that is the area, the two separation. Now, when we sit down, the way, especially with ladies, we need to pee up front. And when we sit down, it naturally opens for us. We don't have to do anything. And when we pee, though, after we finish wiping, we need to put the toilet paper into this area. That's what gets a little confusing. So I'm just going to demonstrate. I'm fully clothed. I'm going to sit down, and I notice that I need to kind of shift forward to go pee and shift backward for the solid part. And then, like I said, you take the toilet paper, you might wipe in the front, and then you deposit it behind you, which is very different than when we use flush toilets. And all of us have used flush toilets pretty much all of our life. So women pee towards the front, poo towards the back, okay? And toilet paper in the back. If you are a side wiper, this blue part can actually close. So for example, if I'm sitting only on the side there, it's halfway open and the toilet paper could land on the blue. So highly recommended to do the wipe, right, to the side, and then sit back and put it down. I know, it's crazy. But now, men, you need to sit down on the toilet to pee. This is not a pee while standing up toilet. The splatter factor will just not be great. In fact, there is the picture of the guy. It's not very pronounced, right? That is what you're supposed to be doing. Not standing, sitting, not standing, okay? So, and then of course the number 2 is pretty much the same. Really important because, you know, a lot of people have concerns of smell and all that. I've got the poo-pourri smell right there at your disposal. Close the seat toilet. I know in growing up, my mom was always like, shut down the toilet seat or toilet lid. In this case, you know, there is no stand up and do that. So you'll always have the toilet seat down, but we also want to close the lid because there is a fan in there running 24/7, sending any fumes through this tube and out the other side. The urine, if people are like, where does it go? It's different than the Nature's Head. Nature's Head would collect it. It's another toilet for people that are tiny home enthusiasts. They probably have heard of it. And there's like a compartment up front and you literally have to carry the thing and dispose of it elsewhere. Well, you don't have to worry about that. That all is plumbed into the sewer line from that right back there. So that goes down into the sewer line. The only thing that doesn't go in the sewer line is that. If people want to know what's underneath the whole thing, if I lift this up, since it's all been cleaned, you just do the duty in the bucket. And when you come here, you might already see some toilet paper in there. It depends on who gets first. If I didn't lift it high enough to lock it. If you lift it high enough, these little yellow will engage and you have to lift them back up. And so you can see right there is where the urine goes away. And then that goes. You don't need to do any of that. That was just showing you. You're never going to really lift the toilet seat because this toilet seat is how it pushes down and opens up. So, you know, if you're a little concerned about it, just pee on it first. And then obviously when you got to go, it'll do its job. And you just put the toilet paper in the blue area. If you forget, because it's going to happen and it ends up in here, you just got to kind of grab it, push the toilet seat down and place it in there. Okay, so hopefully I've given you enough instructions on the toilet. I know that was an area we wanted to put in a water flush toilet in this tiny home, so we didn't have any concerns. It was $5,400 is what we got as a quote. We're like, not for the toilet, but for the whole plumbing underneath and everything. So we opted to give people an experience, hence our name's Experience Tiny Homes. So hopefully that really helps, and thank you so much for staying in our tiny home.